day.
Okay. I'm so glad for hearing you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is my sound clear for you, Mr. Hussein, our brother?
Yeah. Yes.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. You know that all of you are our sisters and our brothers, you know. Okay. Continue. Engineers, any question about last session, about last lecture? Any question? Okay. This slide are belong to Lebanon PMI, Project Management Institute, and the title is Mostly Touch. The logo is belong to Lebanon PMI. Okay. Okay. The main title is the noun unknowns. It's about importance of project risk management, or PRM, project risk management in abbreviation. And provider is Wissam Yaqub about PMP, Project Management Planning, PMI, Project Management Institute, and RMP, Risk Management Planning. Okay. These are some more details about risk management and some simple example and some examples about civil engineering project. At the first, you know that proactive mean active mean dynamic, and reactive means passive or inactive. Okay. So why PRM, project risk management? Why we must deal with risk management in our project? Because risks have the potential to cause some deviations from the project plan and from predefined objectives in that project. So we must deal with risk management in any project because risks have the potential to cause some deviations from the project plan during the construction and some deviations from predefined objectives in our project. So PRM, project risk management, encourages, it's highlighted, proactive, not reactive, proactive management, dynamic management practices or operation that help deliver projects successfully. I repeat, project risk management encourages proactive management. Proactive management practices that help one deliver projects successfully. Any question, engineers? Okay. And about risk tolerance or risk acceptance. We discussed that for this diagram in any project, the horizontal axis is the impact of the effect of the project, the effect of risk in that project, with the internal standards that we must make at the first steps of risk management in a project. And the vertical axis is probability for occurring risks in our project. And we make and we draw a curve that this curve is risk tolerance, or the points on this curve is risk acceptance project, or boundary of the risk tolerance or risk acceptance in our project. And under the region, under this border or this line or this curve is accept the risk, and the upper region in this plan in our project do not accept the risks. So there are two regions and two groups of risks. First one, risks that we tolerate or accept them, and number two, risks we cannot tolerate them or accept them. About the definition, risk tolerance or acceptance is a measure of willingness, tendency, willingness or tendency, inclination. So tolerance is the measure of willingness or tendency to accept higher risk in exchange for higher potential returns. Okay, and with this diagram, the yellow or orange color is belong to risk tolerance in left-hand side region and right-hand side region. Risk tolerance or acceptance. And in the middle region, the green color is about risk appetite, and about high risks in the region of white color. This region is not acceptable. About the high risk in our project, we can make this diagram or the upper curve in our project. So, in definition, risk appetite means risk appetite is the amount and and type of risk, amount and type of risk that an organization in any project is willing to take in order to meet their strategic objectives. I repeat, so risk appetite is the amount and type of risk in green color region that an organization or manager or management team is willing to take in order to meet their strategic objectives. Okay. Engineers, any question? Any question? Okay. And about, okay. Ms. Engineer, Namatia?
Sorry, Doctor, about acceptable risk.
Yes.
It's mean we can accept the risk. We can, that mean we can control this risk, or that mean it may be the becoming is high. It's يعني فائدتها أكبر باللغة العربية.
Yes.
We can accept this risk.
Yeah.
That mean?
Yes. It's Ms. Engineer, it's below the level of risk management in our project, and the manager of the project, not the manager of the risk. Manager of the project decide about the risk level, risk management level, and about the level of risks, about low risk, middle risk, and high risks. And the manager decide to the region of acceptance of risks. We must make a list in our team. In our team is risk management team in any project. We must list. We must make a list of risks, and we must rank them according to their risk number, and we will report this list to the manager of the project, and they decide about the level and about the level of the risk management and level of the risk in our project. And after that, we start with the acceptable risk in our project according to the decision of the managers in our project, and we will continue with them, and after that some risk will be added and some risk will be omitted from the list of the project in risk management process, and we will continue and report the results. For example, risk register, updated risk register we discussed. And these activities will be continued until the closing the project. Okay, Ms. Engineer?
Thank you, Doctor. It's very clear. Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Okay, thank you. Engineers, any question? Any other question? Okay. And next slide is about risk, the known, unknown. We know that we have some lack of knowledge and lack of information or data in our project. These are known unknown. Okay? So, risk is about information and knowledge. Please increase in this title, knowledge. Risk is about lack of information and lack of knowledge. We're discussing first steps in our lectures. Okay? The source of risk is lack of information or data and the lack of knowledge in our project. So you please increase knowledge in this title. Risk is about information and knowledge, both of them. So, uncertainties in our project can cause some risks in our project. And by risk management, to manage the risk in our project, the information and knowledge about uncertainties and about the risk will be increased during the construction of the project and during the risk management process, and parallel to risk management, project management of the project. And some risk will be changed to certainties in our project. So the most important objective in risk management is change the uncertainties to certainties. Because with risk management, the information and knowledge about uncertainties in the first steps of the project, of project construction, of project management, will be increased informations and knowledges and some uncertainties by management the risk in our project. Some uncertainties, some of them, will change to certainties. It's the most important objective in risk management. Okay, I repeat. At the first step of project management, we must discuss about this part. At the first step in our lectures. At the first steps of project management, we must make a list, a list for certainties in our project according to our information and knowledge about any factor and about any condition in our project. And we must make another list for uncertainties in our project. And we will start with certainties and we will complete the data and their accuracy about certainties, excuse me. And we will, after studies, we will design the project with these certainties. And we will start to construction the project and project management during the construction. And parallel to this part, we will start the risk management with uncertainties, parallel to what? Project management. And by this diagram, some uncertainties that will make some risk in our project, and some uncertainty that are more important. Probably make some risk in our project, and by risk management in our project, some risk and some uncertainties will be changed to certainty during the construction, because the information and knowledge about these uncertainties will be more complete during the risk management. And sometimes these uncertainties will change to certainty in our project. So, about the spectrum, or a spectrum of risk, a spectrum or a spectrum of risk. From the left, unknowns. We have any information, any knowledge about these uncertainties. No information and no knowledge about them. In the middle part, there are known unknowns. We have partial information and knowledge about them. And in the right, there are knowns, certainties. And from the left to right, the time is passing. So the spectrum of risk are such as unknown unknowns, known unknowns, and known knowns. And by risk management, we try to move from the left to the right, from the uncertainties to what? To certainties, to completing information and knowledge about the factor and condition of project that are unknowns, that there are some lack of information and knowledge about them. By risk management, we try to complete the information and knowledge about the more important uncertainties in our project. So we will control them about threats and opportunities, and we will change them from our uncertainties to certainty in our project. It's very important about the objectives of project management. And this diagram and discussion is adapted from its reference. Adapted from Bruch, 2003, Project Management Planning and Control Techniques. You can search it and study more thing about this reference. Okay. Any question, engineers? Any question?
Sorry, Doctor.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but that's mean from this diagram, with time we will the information from the risk start from no information to complete formation with time.
Yes,
with time.
Okay. During the construction of the project, we will start we will start with certainties in our project. We complete the information and we make some studies about the certainties. At the first step, we must make two lists about certainties and uncertainties. We will start with certainties, and we will manage the project with certainties after design. During the construction of the project and during the project management, parallel to project management, we deal with risk management, and by using risk management details, the information and knowledge about the risk and uncertainties will be continued. We try to complete our information and knowledge about uncertainties, and we try to change the uncertainties to certainty in our project. We try to change them and control the risk during the construction of the project, parallel to project management. Okay, Ms. Engineer?
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Engineers, ladies and gentlemen, any question? You can connect your microphone or write your question in the chat part, no problem. If your microphone has some problem. Okay, and notice that this line or curve is increasing about the increasing of information and knowledge about uncertainties. And by increasing the amount of information and knowledges about the uncertainties, some uncertainties will be changed to but completing information by completing information and knowledge about uncertainties, some uncertainties or risk will be changed to certainty in our project. It's very important. And this line or curve show this discussion, this increasing about information and knowledge for some uncertainties in our project. Okay? Any other question? So, there is a very good and simple example for risk management. This is travel risk map belonging to 2019, and you can search this map for traveling and some activities around the world about any country and about any city. The colors, according to this legend, explain about the amount of risk for traveling, with some details that is explained in this part. And you can search this map in the internet. Travel risk map is universal about any country in the world. And this map is updated, I think, about monthly, I think, for any season. Search this map and study the details of this map. So by risk management, such maps are provided, and we can use these maps, for example, for some activities, for example, traveling. And the details about this map and the region with some details are presented in the map. Okay. And about this simple map, that was travel risk map. Travel risk map, you can search the updated map. Some explanation about this map and about the risk management, about the traveling in the world. There are some questions. First one, based on your experience, please identify the top travel risks. Based on your experience, please identify the top travel risk. And the number two, which of these risks have been previously foreseen and controlled by you about traveling? Which of risks have been previously foreseen or predicted? Foreseen or predicted and controlled by you? It's a question. And about this simple example, 7 potential travel risks are such as these ones. 7 potential travel risks. First one, health risks. According the health rules and manner in any country, in any region in the world. For example, about the vaccination of coronavirus or variant of the virus in the world nowadays, and other health manners in that region. The next potential travel risk is scamming. You know scamming, yeah? Scamming. After that, the next potential travel risk is theft. In some countries and some regions, in any city, there are many thefts. So theft is one of the potential travel risks in some countries, some cities, and some regions in a city. And the other potential travel risk is violence. You know, violence. And The other potential travel risk is transportation risks, such as accidents, some crashes, and other events about transportation risk, about delays and other events. So one of the potential travel risks are belonging to transportation risks. And the next potential travel risk is belonging to war or political unrest. War or political unrest. War such as nowadays in some countries like Iraq and some countries in the world. And about political unrest, for example, sometimes in Iran and Iraq and some and other countries. And the last potential travel risk, for example, it's natural catastrophes or natural bad events, natural catastrophes in any region, in any country, in a city, like storms, like earthquakes, and other natural events, bad events. Okay, and there are more than these potential risks about traveling, and any category can have more details. And we can make risk management about traveling. And there are some maps and international maps about it's a slide, travel risk map. You can search and use, study and use this map, travel risk map in the world. Okay. And about a diagram about risk management and about risks. From the left, there is a concern for a cause of uncertainties and risks. Concern for cause of risk or uncertainties. Concern is analyzed to identify root or causes of risks. And after that, we identify risk. And after that, risk is not adequately or sufficient addressed. So we will have some issues or some problems in our project. Okay, and about concern or causes, under the concern, there are some explanations. Uneasy feeling that an issue or problem may arise which could, Mr. Yahya, control your microphone. Yahya Abdul Wahab. Control your microphone, Mr. Yahya. Okay. About the concern of or causes of uncertainties and risks. Uneasy feeling that an issue or problem may arise which could affect the project success or project's objectives. And under this explanation, no root cause or firm, stable, no root cause or firm basis for concern yet identified. And about identification the risks, under the risk explanation, likelihood or probability that an issue or problem may arise which could affect the project's success or objectives. And under it, root cause or causes, i.e., for example, firm basis, stable phases, or justification, the reason. Justification or reason of risk is identified. I repeat, root cause or causes, for example, firm basis or justification